just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
And that's exactly what they were looking for on this play. They draw up the wheel route. They get the matchup they want. Watch the running back come right off of it, start to wheel out to the flats. Great throw, and that dude just starts to turn the afterburners on. Big passing play for this offense.
Run in the red zone. It's Watson. Heck's going for the goal line. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tigers. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the 1st period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Using his legs, it's Berry. Breaks into the open. Inside the 50. Inside the 30. Inside the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And he's going to try to return this one. Drills him with the stiff arm. He doesn't get it back to the 25. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Takes a handoff and he's going right. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
Man, they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
Third and long right here. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Turns it upfield. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Got to make the play on fourth. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
On the run, it's Berry. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Running right, it's Durham. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. They'll run the screen. A big third down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range.
And really nothing else the quarterback could have done there. He wanted to throw the ball further downfield, obviously, to move the sticks, but the defense just took everything away. So he had to check it down, and the defense was able to rally, now setting up fourth.
He slides that just inside the right upright, and that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So here comes the Auburn offense. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on fourth basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on fourth down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Fresh set of downs going up top. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You know, as an offense, you're playing this defense, and they're in a 3-4 alignment, and you're worried about the pass rush coming off the edge. How about big fella in the middle? Completely collapsed the pocket on that play.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Look out! Oh, he's got some space. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
That is a crazy sequence of events, because if you're the defense, you're feeling yourself after getting that sack on first down. Now you've got them in 2nd in California, thinking you're going to do it again, and you let him get out the gate. The speed shows up. He somehow is able to make people miss, use the speed, get to the sticks. That kills you as a defense.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Tigers. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Back to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Handoff, Durham running left. There he goes. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but...
Touchdown, Tigers! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Firing deep. Brings it down on the right side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Drops back on first down. Gonna take a shot. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return, but that's where his offense will go to work. Off play action on first down. Out wide right, it's Harris. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
and 10.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Auburn calls its second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Turning it on. The 30. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Looking for space. It's Berry. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. They'll run it with Caden Durham. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We begin with the UNLV Rebels, taking on the number 16 team, the San Jose State Spartans.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back's got it on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. It's a seam wide open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Sells to fake. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And finally getting home and getting the sack. This quarterback, his jersey's not even dirty. We're in the second half. We're behind. We've got to find a way to create some momentum plays. That's step one.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. Even after that penalty, the defense can still get after them on a 3rd and long. Hits inside, it's Berry. Plows through the defense. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. At the 20. And he scores! Touchdown LSU! The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points coming courtesy of that spectacular 86-yard run to the house. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback changing the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and the